How the tables have turned. I'm taking full inspiration from my wife today, doing a little bit of gardening in the shirt, and you're wearing a t-shirt. I feel like the tables have fully turned here today at the Millen-Gordon household. But it is another beautiful day outside, and so I'm going to seize the opportunity, or take the opportunity, feels more my language, to do a little bit of gardening. As you do, there has been quite a lot of progress since I was last in the garden, and so I think I'll also show you how the growth is coming along also on the cup and saucer plants. No flowers yet, but it's sprouted. And then my first task today is going to be tackling the pathway wildflower, because it grows into the path quite a lot. We've already hit it once or twice, but it's really resilient, and so it just keeps on coming back. So I'm just going to give that a little tidy up just to make sure the flow of traffic through the path stays nice and easy, and it also just looks smarter as well. So that's going to be my first task today. I had the cushions in earlier because it did start to rain, otherwise I'd have been able to show you our new lovely Neptune set. Got striped cushions here now, but this is the wildflower pathway at the moment, so it's not horrific, to be honest with you. It definitely has been worse. This was only done about 3 weeks ago. There isn't a crazy amount, but enough to make a job of it. So it will just be going through and just tidying up these edges, just making it a little bit neater. And then I'll probably work through down towards the greenhouse, and then again just these little sections that could do a little bit of a TLC. My shed jasmines are also doing very well. They smell amazing. They've just started to flower, which makes me very happy, because at one point earlier on in the year I thought they were goners, but they managed to break through. So very happy about that. Anyway, beeches are going crazy as well. Look at those. Let's get stuck into it. Well, I'm hoping that you can see the difference from before to now. It's just a little bit sharper, a little bit more defined, a bit more space. Happy, Lids? Okay. A bit sharper down here, which means that navigating through is just a little bit easier. Don't worry too much about the aggressive pruning. The wildflower has a very funny way of bouncing back, so we're all good in the hood. A little bit of maintenance to do on the roses that are situated in the wildflower. They need dead heading, not all of them. There's one there that could be done And then I know that there's a few little bits and bobs that could be tidied up in these sections. I'll just quickly come inside to enjoy a quick coffee. Currently actually using the Soho grind beans, which I've noticed with my travels recently that actually BA have started using Soho grind as well. I do enjoy my coffee. It's got kind of like a nice cherry-ish flavour to it. And that sounds a bit strange in a coffee, but it's a bit fruity. I've always found flavour notes and profiling quite strange. Definitely tastes like coffee, but there's just something about it that just gives it a little bit of a noticeable edge. But anyway, while I was sitting down quickly to discuss, whilst we were in the garden, some of you may have noticed that I'm wearing a new watch. Now this is the Xiaomi Smart Band 10. So first off, let's talk about the design. It has a ceramic frame, which you may be able to see, which gives it a nice luxury feel, but it's also super lightweight. I can't even feel it on my wrist, it's so light. And at the moment you can see I'm wearing a rubber strap. However, there are a plethora of straps available for this watch, and I'll actually quickly show you because I prepared one. Very easy to change as well. So on the back of the watch, there are quick release buttons either side. So you just push down with your nails, that will come off. So if, for example, I wanted to elevate the watch because I was going out and I wanted to be dressed a little bit smarter, then this would be a strap that I would potentially pick for the evening ahead. I like to use my watch as an accessory as well. So grab the new strap, which as you can see here, I have, and then that simply just clips in like so. Now with it being a smartwatch, I can actually pick a display that marries up nicely with the strap. So at the moment you'll see that we have a charcoal grey and white display on. If we quickly flick across into the settings, band display, and then I will quickly select through the options and I'm going to go for that one there. The display now matches the strap, which for me I think is very important. I like the aesthetic and things to be visually pleasing. I think I'm a very visually stimulated person. It's really nice to have these options, and as I said, there are lots of strap variations as well to select from. Now the display itself is really reactive and I haven't had any issues whilst flicking through. It's very seamless. And it also has a pretty bright screen, so whilst I'm outside and the sun's shining, which I'm very happy about at the moment, I've had no issues seeing the screen either, which is of course very important. Just a few details about the watch. With it being a fitness watch, it actually has 150 different sport modes. So whether you're running, cycling or swimming, it tracks everything from your heart rate to your VO2 max to your recovery time. And for you swimmers out there, it has a 96% lap accuracy and will even track your heart rate underwater. So it's literally like having a coach strapped to your wrist. Now if you're anything like me, sleep's very important, and this has a sleep tracker on it. Now this will of course take readings each night and will end up giving you a sleep score. It will then be able to present to you a sleep strategy, which comprises of a 21-day improvement plan. Sleep is so underrated in my opinion, and I have to say, whenever I need to like reset and get myself re-energized, realigned both mentally and physically, the one thing that I always prioritize is sleep. Now on top of that, it does of course have your all-day health monitoring, which includes oxygen levels, heart rate, stress levels, and it also has a female health tracker as well. Being an item that you'll probably have on your wrist the majority of the time, battery life is very important. Now when this is in its low power mode, it'll last you 21 days, and if you have it on display constantly, it'll last you 9 days, which is great because it'll last you over a week and you won't have to worry about charging it. So if you're traveling, for example, then you know that you'll most likely be covered throughout that period. And then to top all of that off, it can connect to your devices like a smart hub, which means that you can control your earphones, your smartphone, and of course you can even take calls or messages from that, which is super convenient when you have a busy day in the garden. So if you are after a tracker that's stylish, insightful, then the Xiaomi 10 Smart Band is definitely one to check out. It's a wellness tracker, a fitness companion, and a smart hub all in one. So if you would like to find out more information about the Xiaomi Smart Band 10, then as always, do check out the description box down below and I'll leave a link in there. But I am almost finished with my coffee. There's a little bit in there, I promise. If I tip it too far, it's gonna go over my leg. I'm gonna continue with another task in the garden. Lydia has just given the roses a good watering. We're having to do quite a bit of watering at the moment, as you can imagine, with all of this beautiful weather. I'm not sad about it, but the roses have also had a little bit of a deheading yesterday, I think. But as you can see, the cup and saucer has started to navigate its way up, and we're currently just underneath the light. So it just kind of clings on, as you can see, to the wire, and I think both of them have started. It gets a bit crazy through there. It's a really nice hydrangea as well in this corner, and eventually this hydrangea will end up changing colour, I believe. I mean, this year it's showing as white, but last year it was 100% like a burgundy colour. I also spotted the verbena has now started to flower, which is actually a lot shorter at the minute, I'm sure it has time to grow still, than last year. The roses this year have been absolutely incredible. They seem to be a little bit shorter, but the health of them is so much better. Foxgloves have not done well this year, but most other things have. I have a task, and that is to put the barbecue on, because I'm gonna, close your ears ladies, cook some chicken on the barbecue this evening, and probably put some chips in the oven. Keep it nice and chilled, because it's a beautiful evening and I want to spend my time in it, not cooking. Got some food. That is sitting at a lovely 225 degrees Celsius. Give it a little burp, a lift. Oof. Time to get the meat on. Barclay's helping us set up for dinner. Just making sure that all the ground is cleared of spiders for Mummy. Everything okay, darling? Yeah? Check's complete? Happy tail, it's a good sign. Okay, so we are nearly there. Looking good. Oof. Well, just as we're about to sit down and enjoy our dinner this evening, I thought I'd quickly show you the pathways one last time, because this time of night when the light comes through is always my favourite, as I think I've mentioned before. But we are going to tuck in to this evening's dinner, and that is all we have time for this week. So as always, thank you for tuning in. I hope you all have a lovely rest of the week, and happy gardeners are going to tuck into our very speedy dinner.
I was just checking it wasn't poisonous.
You don't have to wait for me.